Hello everybody, 99 it does. How's everybody today? Everybody doing good? I'm just tickety-boo, thank you very much. Hope you all are too. It's really muggy and sticky. And yeah, and it's overcast. We had a ton of rain last night, but makes the flowers grow, right? It's been raining so much down here lately, I think I'm rusting. It's not a tan. But anyway, the goings on the weekend. Shall we talk about that? Now, we have the event on Saturday night where there was the assassination attempt on the Mango Moose Knuckle. So, they're there. People saw this kid doing a bear crawl across the roof. And they are blaming everybody except that little shit with the AR-15. He was a Republican, registered Republican. Oh, no, he just did that so they could blame the Republicans. But he paid $15 to Joe Biden. Maybe he bought like a little bumper sticker or something it was $15 anyway. And it was back in 2021, you know, the year that he was, Biden was sworn in. Yeah. So they are blaming everything about that. And they were saying that President Biden made a comment on a private phone call to some donors that they had to put a target on Trump. But that's the only part of the sentence that they published. It wasn't the rest of it where they said, we've got to target him and talk more about him because nobody seems to be paying attention to the lies. Not the information stations that are out there are certainly not going on about that. They're still on about the fucking debate. Like, have you seen the last 25 or 30 friggin' things that he's done since then? You seen that? No, that doesn't seem to matter. So they're going on about all that stuff. It's crazy. So there's Trump. Gets his little earwing there. And playing up the big thing like, ooh, assassination attempt. Yeah, it's bad. No matter who it is. It's friggin' bad. Should never have happened. And now they're saying it was Secret Service's fault. It was the local police fault. It was the people in the stands that notified the local police, and it was the local police officer that went up on the roof to try and stop him before he fired off a round. So he gets up there, hollers at the kid. Kid rolls over from his prone position, and he looked like he was going to take a shot at the cop. The cop tried to get cover, step back, and he fell. And then he rolled back over. So by then, the cop notified downstairs because apparently there was a big lip on the ground and nobody on the ground could see this guy. Two Secret Service agents a little further over because it took, I don't know, so between a minute and a half, 2 minutes before it got through the mouthpiece and everybody. And then, of course, the snipers look around, see him, and you see the Secret Service guy take the shot. And then, but he's still laying prone, but he ain't going home. Just saying. So all that stuff happens. But of course, it's everybody else's fault. Except that little son of a bitch that was on the fucking roof. Everybody else is to blame. Trying to put it on everybody. And now they want the director of the Secret Service, they want her head on a friggin' platter. Because she's a Joe Biden appointee, that's why. You don't think those guys on the ground are going to be boogieing in front of her office, in front of her desk? They'll be doing the old Texas two-step there, trying to figure out what happened that day. But that's neither here nor there. Must be a Democrat that did that. Not that he was on chat sites and talking about, it was like a hit list or something that they had because they were talking about taking out Joe Biden. And I think Kamala Harris was on it. So yeah, they were talking about all that. So they've got the chats now. They got into his phone. They haven't let out stuff on that yet. But next to his body, I read today, was his cell phone and a detonator on the roof. Stands to reason, seeing as he had hand grenades and stuff in his truck. And then he had bomb-making supplies at his house. Stands to reason. So there's that. And all the Trump flags and all the Trump paraphernalia. His dad was a gun owner. That's where he got the AR. But it's still the Democrats' fault. Fancy, right? Fancy how they come up with that. So there's all that stuff. So there was a firefighter that was killed. He dove across his wife and kids to save them when he realized what happened. And the man is no longer here because of it. So blame that little shit on the roof with the AR-15. Because that's where the shots came from. That's who did it. Because they didn't want to think that there was any involvement with anybody else. It was all, everywhere I go, there's lawns being cut. Oswald there. Lee Harvey Oswald. Oh, he was a lone gunman and all this stuff. Right? Well, now they're saying this guy had help because he was too stupid, I guess, to figure out how to climb a fence and get on that roof. But anyway, let's move away from there. So a man lost his life, fire chief, left a widow, 2 small kids behind. And then there was 2 more that were hurt. They went to the hospital. They were in critical condition. I think one's down to, oh, I forget what you call it. But anyway, he's been downgraded from critical to, oh, stable. But who knows, that can change at a second's notice. So those 3 people, and Trump just gets a little grazing in the ear, and they said, it's a good job he was a lousy shot. Was he? 1 man's dead, 2 are in the hospital with severe gunshot wounds. And everybody now is saying, God protected Trump. What does that say about the man that lost his life with his 2 little girls there? And watch that. Republican Jesus didn't think they were worthy enough? That pissed me off. That got my heart beating. I was pissed right off when I seen that. It doesn't say anything about the other 2 people. He got up on the stage and he did make a remark saying, our thoughts and prayers are with the family of the injured. However, the next day on the Sunday, he's out golfing because he was so traumatized and so injured. Then comes Monday, the RNC convention. That sounds stupid, doesn't it? RNC convention when it's the RNC convention. And it's like saying queso cheese. They both say cheese. Just saying. So anyway, they're at the convention. Trump decides he's going to nominate, he wants J.D. Vance to be his running partner. Look out for a ton of shit coming from him because he's involved with all the 2025 stuff. Wants a federal ban on abortion. They are going to hire more ISIS people to round up immigrants, over 18 million. And I've said it before, if they are citizens for less than 2 years, gone. They're blaming immigrant crime. Immigrants in the great country of the United States of America commit a fraction of the crimes that white people do. Trump made a thing not too long ago. I was watching that 85% of crime is black against white. 85%, he said. It's less than 15. Less than 15. So that's how much he cares about blacks. He'll just rail them right down the road. Trying to get the black vote. He had, what's her name, Tiffany Rose or whatever the hell, saying Trump loves blacks and everything else. Yeah, talk to Kwame Jackson. Talk to him. Tell you how much he likes blacks. Or how he tried to persecute Lady Ruby. The only reason why I did it was because she was black. And Giuliani was the same thing. They went after most of the black people. Never mind that everything was Antifa, Black Lives Matter. So, yeah, he loves you black people. And when he came out and said, black people love me because I'm a felon like they are, isn't that a slap in your face? So there's that. So he gets to the convention on Monday night. No Melania, no Barron, but that was already planned ahead of time because they wanted to have him there because everybody thinks he's cute, right? They had him there. They decided that they should have him because everybody likes Barron, because he doesn't open his mouth and doesn't say anything. So he's a no-show, because 2 minutes after they put that out that Barron was going to show up. Morning. Melania got on there and said, oh no, he's not going there. He's got other plans. Plans with Mama. And everybody thinks she's going to be a great first lady. She's not even moving to Washington. She's moving back to New York because Barron's going to school in New York. He's going to NYU, I believe. So she's going to be there. She's not going to give rat's ass but Washington. She'll go for the odd function because that's the fancy dress up I can play it part. Yeah, so that's my opinion. So he shows up at the convention with that friggin' panty liner on his head. Did you see that? That was just like, oh, quick, stick something on there so I can look sick. So they put that on his head. Didn't even wrap around where the injury was. I got the tip of my ear cut off in a car accident. When they bandaged that up, it went around the whole part of the ear. Round. It wasn't just slapped on the outside like that. Because that was pure and utter horseshit. Notice how bright and white it was? Anyway, there's that. So he gets up there, and J.D. Vance is the new, going to be his vice president if he gets elected. Get on your knees and start praying he doesn't. I'm lighting candles and everything else. But anyway, we have to make sure that he doesn't get in. It's gone absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And J.D. Vance is going on saying stuff like he's America's Hitler. And this was just 2.5 years ago before he got elected to the Senate. 2.5 years. He was saying, I'm never a Trumper and all this stuff. So, yeah, Trump loves the blacks and the gays. Sure he does. So, there's all that. Nimrod Haley there was at the RNC convention making a speech because she's did her mea culpa to Trump and got on her knees efficiently and everything else. So there's that. So she did all her stuff. She got up there. While she was speaking, Hannity and Vivek the friggin' snake there started shooting footballs out in the audience. So everybody pay attention to them shooting footballs. Then going ahead and listening to her speech. But traitors are traitors, right? If she had any common sense or dignity or decency, she wouldn't have showed up there. Especially after everything she said and everything she said she believed in. So there's that. But anyway, done for me today. This is 13 minutes long. Anyway, if you're new, subscribe. If you're like it, hit the button, leave a comment. Nana loves you. Take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. I love you so much. Mwah.